Hey, good day everyone. Here's another video by You Can Do It. So today I'm working on the car, the gift that keeps on giving, the 2010 Chrysler Sebring Limited. As you can see, we have a leak almost every day. You know, there's a leak there. I move the car, I see the same leak around the same area, and it's a coolant leak. And you know, I've noticed I filled this up twice all the way to the top, and there's barely any coolant there. You can see it's sort of right there at that level. Yesterday it was sort of in the middle, and there's a common area you can sort of see. Yeah, it's a little wet down there. I'll try to get in there. Just trying to take a good look there. So there's a leak somewhere here where my hand is, and you look at that, my glove. So the thermostat housing is leaking, and this is all this connection right here. That's the thermostat housing, and I think that's gonna come off in one piece. We're gonna remove the air box. We're gonna remove this intake. You're gonna have to remove multiple hoses. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be a massive leak, but every day it's enough to, you know, drain the coolant. There, I'm just gonna try to get you a better look. Trying to get it to focus. It's kind of difficult to see, but I'm gonna remove the air box and show you another view. Alright guys, to remove the air box, there's this 10mm bolt. I already loosened it. That's how big the bolt is. I'm just gonna put it over here for the time being. I've loosened this clamp. You can use a socket. I believe it's an 8mm. Let me just check. Yep. Or you can use a screwdriver. And then right here, there's the other clamp. I've already loosened it. So I'm gonna try to pull this out. There we go. Take this boot out of the way. We got that boot out of the way. Gonna just remove that vent. Let's see how this comes out. There you go. Just pull out that switch. Just press in the middle, and let me see if I can take off the box. Let me see what's holding it. There's a clip right here, so I'm gonna have to take that out. I think that's the only thing. And maybe it's like a bolt down there. So let me take a look at it and remove it. Guys, so we had a clamp right there. I'll show you. It just slides into this section right here. And then this was a 8mm. So I got an extension, so I'm gonna pull that out and take it out, and we should have more clearance here. Well, actually, there's another one right there behind it. I don't know if it's hard to see right there. So actually probably gonna remove the top cover to make life easier. And then see, you know, also perfect opportunity to change the air filter. Let's see what else we have to remove. Alright guys, I am underneath the vehicle, trying to see exactly where the leak is. As you can see, it's dripping down here. Yeah, so I believe it's just dripping all the way from the thermostat housing. Okay, so I removed just the top of the air filter box. Let me just lower the vehicle off the jack. There's enough room for us to take this out, so let me get the light in there. So there you go. As you can see, get in there. You can see all that leak, hopefully. See all that is dripping down there. Yeah. So maybe just the gasket. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. So I have checked before I start opening things up. I checked this hose all around it. It's not leaking. I checked the lower radiator hose, which I'm holding. Checked all the way around it. It's not leaking. So I am gonna go ahead and remove the thermostat housing. It's gonna become a mess because all the coolant's gonna fall. But before I do that, I'm gonna remove this harness. So again, just push in on the button, pull it out. Gonna get a screwdriver, remove that. Get a screwdriver, remove that, pull both these hoses out, and see there's a lot of coolant in the system. There you go. I don't know if you saw that, right where that barcode is. Make sure to make some room. When I'm squeezing, there you go. You can see some coolant falling. There you go. As I'm pumping it, so it's falling from the thermostat. Loosen both the clamps. I'm gonna try to pull this out. Alright, just gonna keep that up so you know you see all that coolant in there. Trying to limit our waste here. And I'm gonna pull this one out too. This hose, I got my bucket right there. There you go. And as you can see, it looks like these hoses have recently been changed. Maybe that thermostat was changed too and just not installed properly. We'll have to check. Moving further, we're gonna have to remove the heater hoses right there, and they're going into the thermostat. So what you want to do is somehow remember this, take a picture of it, or make a video like I'm doing, or take tape and mark it. But the one that goes on the top of the thermostat housing is the one that's the lower one here, and the one that goes on the bottom is the upper one up there. So you know, I'm making a video. I have the benefit of going back and looking at it if need be. So just remember how they go. All right, guys, I'm gonna just take a long pliers, grab those clips, push them towards the back on both of those heater holes. There you go. Probably gotta move it a little more towards the back and then pull it out. So I'm gonna do that. All right, guys, got the upper one out. Just try to keep that up to reduce it. And got the lower one pushed back. We're just gonna, I'm gonna need two hands to wiggle that one out. Okay. All right, guys. So now what we're gonna do is remove the bolts on the housing. One, I believe it's a 10 millimeter. Two. 1, 2, and there's one right there. And then I remove it, then I'll get back to that hose. It's extremely tight. I think there's 3 bolts, maybe there's another one. I'll let you know. Guys, so here's the 3 bolts I took out from the thermostat housing. Again, one right there, one right there, there's the second one, and one right there. And I move it, there you go, the thermostat housing is out, and there's gonna be a lot of fluid coolant that's gonna leave from there. I'm gonna try to get that out. There you go. And right there is where the leak was. So maybe leaking from this gasket. All right, guys, got the thermostat out. That gasket looks beat up, and I don't know if it was leaking from there. This one gasket looks like it's not aligned from the left side. And then there's also a gasket right here, rubber gasket. So not sure, but hopefully this is what it was. Okay guys, so here's the thermostat housing again. You can see a better view of where the 3 holes are for the bolts. So here's what I learned. I called the parts store and found out that there's 3 gaskets. As you can see, we only have 1. Actually, we got 2, but we don't have 1 for this one. And it should go right there, I'm guessing. But they said there's 3 gaskets that come with this, and the housing, that they don't have the housing available. They don't have the gaskets available. I gotta go and special order it. I got the part number, so I'm gonna see if it's cheaper online. And what I did is I also opened this section over here, which is another thermostat. So this vehicle has 2 thermostats. One's right here. Actually, if I show you in there, right there's another one. So I opened up these 2 bolts, again 10 millimeter. There's no gasket in there. This is where, you know, right there, I don't know if you can see, well, there's a slight gap, or what appears to be a gap, and I tightened it as much as I could. You know, you don't want to over tighten it because it's plastic, it'll crack. So not sure if that's where it's leaking from. Maybe I'll put some water in there just to see if there's a leak. But you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another video when I'm installing the thermostat, when I get it with the gaskets, and we'll wrap it up. But hopefully this video helped you understand, like you know, where to find the leak, where to diagnose the problem, and how to remove the thermostat housing. It's actually pretty easy, not that difficult, easy access as well. So we are gonna, you know, wrap this up at another day, another video, but you can do it. Thank you.